Hello everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. I've got shakers out today. You know I'm gonna get through all my shakers now that I have a bunch before the time is over for shakers. So these are the two coffee cups that I have. This one was sent to me a long time ago, and this one I purchased, and there is a difference between the two, which is weird. Well, I guess not weird depending on where it came from, but this one has these 400 degrees Fahrenheit, 20 degrees to, I don't know, to 20 degrees Fahrenheit, 204 degrees Celsius to 20 degrees Celsius written on the mold. That's going to be on the cup, which is strange. It's going to be on the back of the cup. I don't know why it's there, but it's there. This one does not have that. They both came with the same little condiment molds, which I don't know. I'm going to make these into sugar cubes. These are obviously the beans for the coffee. I'll make these into lemons because these are all going to go inside the shaker. I don't know what this is. If you guys know what these are supposed to be, let me know. But that's what I'm going to do with these. And I'm going to use this new kit that Redona sent to me, the 18 colored UV resin kit. And I pulled out the 3 colors, and I'm going to UV resin this stuff and see if it will work. So I'm going to move this stuff out of the way. And as far as these get poured, I like the picture well, I looked up the advertisement to see if they knew what these were, and neither one of the advertisements on Amazon nor on Temu show these being used. So I don't even think that they know what they are. But these were shown as sugar cubes. These obviously, and then these were shown as lemons, which I got all that. But I like the way they did them in the advertisement. So I'm going to kind of do what they did and pour it in brown, white, and a little bit of gold in there. But before I do that, I want to get these opened and start UV resining. I should have had these ready. Let me get these ready and grab my light. Got them ready, so let's see how these work in these pieces. So I don't know how many I actually need. Let's see if they'll cure. They should cure because that's what this is made for. Is that blue? Oh, that's on my light. So I'm going to use the white for the sugar. And they're lighter brown. They have a light, or no, it's called brown and dark brown in the kit. So I pulled out the regular brown for the coffee beans, and then I pulled out the yellow for the lemon. I don't know that people drink lemon in their coffee, but hey, today they are. I don't drink coffee, so it doesn't make any difference to me. I don't know how many to make. Should I put like 3 in each one maybe? So I need 6, make 1 more. And then, yeah, we're gonna do the lemon in the lemon, or the yellow in the lemon. Oh, that'll be perfect. I don't know. Oh, I guess I don't need to fill them all the way up so they'll shake a little nicer. We shall see. Me and Irina tried to do this mold when she was here quite a while back, and neither one of us had done it before. We totally screwed up that video because I had an appointment that day and we were running behind, so that video didn't come out the best as far as ideas for you guys on this mold. I don't even know if we used, these pieces on it. I don't remember. I'd have to go back and watch the video. I'm going to try to keep the brown different. And I pulled out an acrylic, what was this? Acrylic ink. I don't use this very often in my resin, but I didn't want a mica powder because I didn't want it to spread like micas spread in your resin. And I didn't have a brown pigment paste. So that was the closest that I had to a brown pigment paste, even though it's not going to be. I didn't want alcohol ink because that was going to be transparent. This possibly could be transparent. I don't think I've ever used that one in resin. I'm not sure. We're going to find out together what it looks like. I might have to do some adjustments. Just have to think on the fly when your resin is mixed. So I'll probably use the 4-hour fast cure just so I can get it cured quickly. I'm just going to put them all in here since we're doing it anyway. and they'll probably all fit in the cup. So I plan on filling this cup with glycerin and water. And if there's no hole, which I don't think there is a built-in hole on this, I'll just have to drill a hole. I don't even know if I'm gonna use these. I'm gonna pour them, but if I don't like them, I'm just gonna use acetate like I did the other day. So I'm gonna play this one by ear. Let me get these in my light. I'm gonna pop the bubbles real quick and then get them cured. And in the meantime, while this is curing, I will start mixing up my resin. I only mixed up 4 ounces and I'm thinking that's not enough and I need to move fairly quickly. I'm gonna pour these two really, really thin, obviously, before I mix my colors and pop it through the vacuum chamber. So I'll just use my heat gun to pop any bubbles in here because I have to move quick, being 4 hour. So I just want to get it to the sides, and your heat gun takes your bubbles out as well, especially in something this thin. And this is why I'm wondering, I forgot about these when I was calculating how much resin to mix, and then I'm staring at them like, oh no, I didn't put that into consideration. So just make sure you have enough that it's not pulling away from the sides. I just want the thinnest layer. I need a little bit more in this one as well. And then I will split the rest up and get them through the vacuum chamber. Now you definitely need no bubbles in these top pieces because that's what you're looking through for the piece. All right, I'm going to split just a small tiny little amount for the gold flakes and then a little bit for white, and then I mostly want brown for the cup of coffee. So this is just like a little silver flake that's super duper light. It's called Gold Rush? I can't remember. Pot of gold. Pot of gold. So that's just going to kind of go in the center. This one is going to be the Burnt Umber. And again, I don't really know how much to use because I rarely use acrylic inks. I wanted it a little darker than that. That's pretty transparent. Let me put some more in there. I was hoping it would go a little bit more opaque. That's really transparent. And I don't know how much of the acrylic inks you can put in your resin because I'm not that versed on it. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to grab some alcohol ink in brown. Give me just a moment. Here's some. Hopefully this one's open. Yep. I'm going to put a nice squirt in there. And I guess it is what it is because I can't... Oh, you know what, you guys? I have my Let's Resin Opaque pigments. Let me see if there's a brown in here. I don't know if there's a brown. Is there? No, that's red. I don't see a brown. Oh, that stinks. And I don't think I have one in the other brand that I have. Let me check. Oh, I do. This is just an off brand I got like 2 years ago. Let me put some of that in there. Eventually, I'm gonna get this opaque brown somehow, some way. That's better. I mean, yeah, that looks pretty good. Cool. And then this, I'm just gonna put my ocean white in. Get a little bit of white as if it was a white cup, or a white mug, I should say. Come on, get down there. Get this nice and opaque white. And I'm trying to hurry because you only have like 20 minutes with 4-hour fast cure. And I really wanted it to go through the vacuum chamber because I won't be able to see the bubbles on the edges to get them off. So let me quickly get this in there. I might not put it in for the whole 5 minutes, but a couple minutes. I just left it in like 3 minutes. So we're just gonna spritz these with alcohol to alleviate any bubbles. And I'm just gonna pour a little bit of each color, and then I'll go back and fill them up. Hopefully I have enough resin. Come on, come out. I'm so afraid to pour too much. It doesn't want to come out at all. I'm just gonna go kind of like half a cup, 3/4 of a cup. And then I'm gonna do some white, and then I'll put the clear in the center. And I might have to mix up more. I'm not sure yet. Come on, get in there before it closes. Okay, maybe I'll do this one first. Right there. Some white. Most likely, I might need more. Hopefully not. I don't know why I only did 4 ounces. And then I'll just continue until they're gone. A little bit more white. And a little bit more clear, which I'll just use a you might get some kind of an effect from this clear next to the white and brown, which is cool if that happens. Oh, you know what, guys? I'm not gonna need more. I'm gonna have extra. What a good guess. Just need a little more brown. Oops, I wasn't supposed to go above that handle. Oh, jeez. I'm gonna scrape it off with something. Where's my scraper? And I might just kind of help it because it's thick resin. It might not do much by itself. Let me get this off. Not supposed to be there. And I'm gonna help it here. And then maybe make some steam if it stays. We'll see. And all my little pieces parts are cured, so we'll have to get those out. Okay, that looks good. Although I'm looking at the backs and not the fronts, so I don't know what's gonna happen. Let me put this extra in something and I'll grab the little pieces. I'm gonna fill up this little flower and see what it looks like with these colors. So I'm gonna just put in the same thing. I'm gonna layer it though. The brown. I always kind of give it a squish to get it in those petals. And then this gold, which will look kind of cool if it doesn't affect for me. I'm gonna put it all in there. And then I'll fill it with the white. So we'll see what we get out of this. Maybe I'll do a little bit more brown in the back. Let's fill it up and see what we got. That'll be cool, I hope. I probably have enough to fill one more of them. I don't have any more gold though. Let's just do the brown and the white. Little brown. I don't have a whole lot of white left, so let's get that into where we're gonna see it. I don't think there's any clear left, but I will check. Maybe I could scrape a little tiny bit out. And then I'll just fill it with the brown. It's getting thick on me, so it's probably gonna have bubbles. There we go. And I'll put that last little scrape into my extras mold and let me grab the UV resin pieces. They look like they cured pretty good. There's a little lemon, nice and solid. Little sugars. Yeah, everything is cured beautifully. This is so perfectly opaque, yet it's still cured in the UV light. That's amazing. Usually you don't get opaque colors like that to cure. There's a little tiny bean. So cute. So I'm just gonna pop all this stuff out and get it set aside. We're gonna get these cured really quickly. And let's start building soon. Okay, an hour and a half on the heat mat on high and they are ready to come out. So these, we shall see. They're nice and clear, no bubbles. Well, whether we use them or not is a different story. We might end up with using acetate. Those molds are not perfect. They've not been, I think it was used one time. Look at all those lines in there. See, that's why I don't like that for the top of a shaker mold. All right, let's get this out. These cheap molds, they just don't come with good molds. There's always something on them. That looks pretty good. Again, I don't know why that's written on there because it's written backwards. So that doesn't make any sense to me. It's a good thing it's going to be full because it's, yeah, the numbers and everything's backwards. I don't know what they were thinking when they made the mold. And there's a little bubble there. Okay, there's the line there to fill it. And it's there as well. So that's good. This is going to go on here. But I'm not happy about the scratches. This one is too big. Maybe these go on other. See, this one is too big. It doesn't fit at all. And this one is too small. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so those are useless because I am not trimming all of this. Look at how much bigger this one is. Look at how much has to be trimmed. I don't understand. Oh, it's got bubbles on the edges too. Okay, that's it. We're not using those. We're going to get the acetate out, but let's fill them up and see if we need anything else. I'll put 3 in each. And then I want to make sure these are sitting face up. Probably not the right color for coffee beans, but hey, that's their brown. I wonder what their dark brown looks like. It will only take me 5 minutes to redo them. Maybe I should try it, but I don't want it the same color as the back of the mug either, because then you won't really see them. What's up with that one? I did pull out some bubble beads in a orangey color, and I pulled out my gold dust to put a tiny little bit to float in there. Some of these maybe. Oops, not that many. These things go everywhere. They like totally bounce everywhere. I guess I should put it on the shaker side. Maybe not. I don't want a ton in there. And I want these to sit up, which I wonder if they're going to be able to turn over like that in there. They probably will. I don't know. So I guess it doesn't really make a difference if I get them face up or face down. Got them filled up. Now I've got the acetate. And a lot of comments came in last time that I need to peel off a protective film on my acetate, but this acetate does not have protective film. I've checked, double checked, triple checked. There's no protective film on this particular one that I have. So I'm just going to take a pen and trace what I need to cut. And I will do it, I'm going to do it on the edge and then cut inside and trim as I need, because it's not going to sit here perfectly for me to trace it. Just make sure the acetate's not bent, like I have a little crevice there. Can't use that spot. So just cut them out. Maybe I'll trace one once I get it right, if they're the same size. That I don't know. I'm just gonna go on the inside of the line. And we shall try it. I'll get that marker off with some alcohol. Okay, I just need a little bit of trimming. Right. Here. And here. I'll see if it fits on the other one before I cut another one. That I can make work. How about for this one? This one, it's too small. So they're different sizes for sure. That one's gonna go on there. I'm just gonna take a little bit of alcohol and get that marker off. And then I'm just gonna do the same exact thing for that one before we adhere it. got them cut, I'm just going to add a tiny little bit of the gold dust into each one, just to go with that backing, like literally a tiny, tiny bit. Oh, look, nothing came off. Because if it does what it does in resin, you don't want much in there. But I did want it to float. I wanted glitter, but that's the only one that I think will float good. This one I cut a little too much right there, but I think I can make it work. I'm just gonna kind of move it over. Maybe I should recut it. I better recut this one. Maybe if it goes this way. Look, I got glitter on there. Oh, well, yeah. I think it'll fit that way. I don't know. I better recut it. Okay, finally got it. Actually, that one's perfect. I forgot about the extras. Do you want to see the extras real quick? See if it worked? Oh, look how pretty that is. That is so cool. This is the second one because it had more white and it's just a tiny little bit of clear. But that is really cool. I like that better than just a plain color. Let's see what this one did. Got bubbles on the back, of course, but let's see what we got in the front. Oh, that's cool too. Well, maybe this was the first one because this one's got more white. I think this was the second or the first one. Now that I look at it, there's gold behind, so that's what made that so pretty, but this one is just as super cool. Wow. I love them. Really cool. All right, let's get back to this. So I've got my bonding resin out and my light. I'm going to move one aside. We're going to get this bonded on here, filled up with resin, or filled up with glycerin. Let me make sure I can get this right. And then we will top coat, I guess. Let's see if I could do this. This hole is quite big. I'm gonna bring it up here. I just want a little line of it. Without going over. I should stick this in a needle tip bottle is what I should do, but I don't have a black one. I'm sure I could paint the bottle, but I honestly don't think UV light comes in my window with the new windows. Okay, I think I got it all except, and it might squash down in there, but if it does, then I will just drill it out again. Not a big deal. So we're just gonna place this where it goes. And make sure, use my beautiful new scribe. There is some UV resin on the inside, but I think it'll be good. All right, we're just gonna get this cured. And this bonding cures really, really quickly. Oops, I got some on my finger. Shoot, now I think I cured, oh, I guess it doesn't matter because we're going to top coat it anyway, so. Cool. Get it off my finger so I don't keep getting it everywhere. Still a little wet right there. Must have missed it. I think while I do the other one, I'm going to throw this in the bigger light. make sure it's completely cured, and then we'll do this one. Cool. Oh gosh, I got fingerprints all over this thing. Let me try to wash it. I hope this is the right way. Cure it, and then I'll stick it under the light, and then I guess we'll fill them up. I hope it doesn't leak, because I don't know if I have the edges right or not. I see it. I don't know. I guess we're gonna find out together. Gosh, I hope it doesn't leak. Okay, let me cure them. All right, so this was the first one. I'm just going to take my glycerin water. It's 50-50. Hope it goes through here so I don't have to. It's not gonna go through. Did I get resin in there? I must have gotten resin in there. Let me drill a hole. Oh geez. That just released. That released my UV resin. I'm just gonna fix the hole carefully. Reseal it. Somehow get that dust out. Let me get a little something here. Alcohol. So I'm gonna have to reseal that right there. See, that's why I don't trust UV resin to do this, to hold on to it. Gosh, I hope it holds. Look at that, it's coming off all the way around. That didn't seal very well. Gosh, look at that, it's coming right off. Well, it's stuck right there, but I'm wondering if I should use 2-part epoxy. I trust that for sure. I do not trust this to stay on forever. Look at that. That is why I don't like to use UV resin on acetate. Yeah. Let me pull that off. I'm going to use 2-part epoxy. I'm going to get this off because it's not sticking to resin. I think it's because it's epoxy to UV and not epoxy to epoxy. Look at that, it comes right off. So, okay, I'm gonna get the other one out of the light and grab some 2-part epoxy. I have to work fast. I just mixed up 2-part epoxy, and I don't think I have enough time to get it in a piping bag. So I'm just gonna quickly get it on the edges before it cures up. You have like a couple of minutes, that's it. This is, I'll show you it in a second, but I just wanted to get this on here because I don't trust that UV resin just pulled right off. And this stuff, I already know you will never get it off because this is what I used on my snow globe the other day. And I wanted to pull it off so I can get some of the glitter out, and it's impossible. You're not getting this stuff off. So that's why I'm using this one. I might have to mix up a new batch for the other one because I need to get this one on before it starts drying on here. I don't like to be rushed like this. I did cut new acetate because I didn't know. It was like all messy. So I just need to wait for this to dry, which is not a big deal. It only takes a few minutes. Okay, I think it's pressed down everywhere, so let's hope I can get this on before it starts curing. Ideally, I would have put it in a piping bag, but the last time I put this in the piping bag for that snow globe, it cured like within seconds in that piping bag. It got really, really hot, and then it was like solid. So maybe if I leave it thin like this, it gives me more time. I don't know, I'm guessing it's like epoxy because it's kind of epoxy. Oops. You just need it everywhere so it doesn't leak on ya. Man, I didn't think these were going to be this much harder than a keychain. Actually, I thought it would be a lot easier because it's a much bigger surface to work with, but boy, was I wrong. Okay, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. I think I got it everywhere. Flip it around. I've got glass bubble beads underneath. Jeez, so I spilled them. I don't like being rushed. I hope this is the right way. All right, I'm just gonna go around and press it down in all these spots. You can kind of see through it and see that it's glued or not. I'll trim what I need to trim later. I'm not worried about that. Okay, that's done. This is what it looks like. Let me get the caps back on. I will link it in the description if you ever need it. Clear weld. We got this at like Home Depot or Lowe's or something. So 5-minute quick setting epoxy. All right, now I'm just gonna let it sit and cure, and then we'll add the liquid. I got them both dry. I did trim with scissors these edges because I didn't have them cut perfectly. So these were getting a little frustrating. And I'm gonna have a lot of cleanup to do if I want to sell these, but they might end up as giveaways. We'll see how they look. I'm trying to keep them as clean as possible. And I may be fixing all these edges as well, especially because of that 2-part epoxy that got on there. So let's just fill them up, finish them up, and see how they come out. Definitely have to top coat that because I got UV resin there. All right, so the hole is open. Going to try to force this in. Did I cover? Okay, there it goes. Let's just fill this up. Oh, it's gonna take the whole bottle. Let me refill my bottle. All right. I did check my larger bottle. I got a bunch of comments, which I thought were genius, on the last one I did, and asked if this cap fits on my larger bottle. But unfortunately, it does not. This has a much smaller mouth than the other one does. That would have been a great way to fix the problem of refilling my bottle all the time. All right. I will seal this with UV resin though, right there. I'm going to try to get as much of the air out as I can, but leave a tiny little bubble there so it will shake a little bit better than with no bubble at all. Now the question is, I'm going to use the high viscosity. What can I lean this up against? Let's do that. Got paper towel in there now. This is just really getting difficult. Okay. Let's get my light on. And I'm literally gonna just pour it and cure it. Not really pour it, but drip it and cure it. I can't believe how much work these two coasters are. I did not expect that. I don't know if I would have started this video today if I knew that. But it was on my list to do. So I am crossing things off that list. I have a huge, and it grows every day. So I might cross one off for today's video and then like 3 more come on there, either from ideas from you guys or ideas from myself. Okay, that's good. All right, that's, oh cute. Look at those little bubble beads. They turned like opal colors, but you know what I don't see is, oh yeah, I do. I do see all the gold glitter. It's so fine. Okay, good. Nothing's leaking at all. Let's do this one. Fill my, and then I need to fill my big bottle. I don't even know if I have enough mixed. I don't think I have enough mixed. Oh well, we'll get it. All those letters, thank God, are going to be covered now. Those numbers on this one, which are backwards. I don't understand the whole thing, but I don't know whoever made that needs to redo their mold because it's not right. It's wrong. Get in there. There we go. Oh no, you know what? This side didn't adhere. Did it? I don't think so. I'm gonna have to, and I've already got liquid in there. I'm gonna have to use UV resin now. Why didn't that adhere? Oh goodness. I think before I go on any further, I'm going to get this otherwise it's going to leak everywhere and it's too late. It's too late to fix it any other way. Let me cure, oops, wrong way. Let me cure this. I think the plastic is too close to the edge. I didn't cut it correctly. Otherwise, it would have held. Glad I saw it now. Otherwise, that would have been a big mess to clean up. All right, one more. And then we top coat. Hopefully I have enough liquid. Okay, perfect. Just gonna dry it off, resin that hole up. And then I'll get some tabletop resin mixed after I make sure there's no leaks. Come on. I think I'm gonna just go around this edge. Doesn't look right for some reason. Fill that up. It's gonna get covered with the tabletop anyway. The rest of it looks pretty good. Not sure. Man, I'm having a lot of issues with this thing. Are you cured? Good enough to test it. They're cute. Don't get me wrong, they're just a lot of work. And the bubble beads definitely changed color in the water, which I'm not upset about. I always like that color. Okay. I'm gonna pop this one in the UV light for a couple of minutes and grab some resin, and then we're gonna top coat and get these finished. I'm gonna get started on this one. The other one was sitting here on this jar and it was leaking, so I had to seal it again with UV resin. So that one's in the light curing. And yeah, I don't even know if these are gonna work out in the end. I hope they don't leak. After all this work, they better come out decent. I'm just gonna spread it to the edge and hope and pray that these work. I don't want them to leak. I don't have like a lot of lip or edge covering the resin, the actual epoxy, like I did on the shaker molds. I kept like half of that edge so it would adhere to the top coat. This one does not have that much. This side is pretty good for that, but I don't know. The top was kind of close. I trust the two-part epoxy, but I'm not like trusting the whole bottom area where I put the UV resin, I guess. I got to do the handle too because I got some stuff on there. I got epoxy on there. Try to get these bubbles out without melting anything. All right, let me see. I'm gonna let this one sit here for a few minutes, see if the water starts leaking out again. But I still want to do this first. It'll shine it up either way. I don't mind doing the handle, but didn't plan on it. All right, so that one looks good. I just got to keep popping bubbles because you really can't put tabletop in your vacuum chamber. It doesn't work out well. Let me see. I don't see any water. I think it's safe. Well, I'm going for it because I've already got it mixed up. So either they're going to work or this is going to be lessons learned today. I hope this makes all of you at home feel better because I mess up a lot. I know everybody does. I am not one of those people who are going to put out videos only on perfect things that work, because there's no lessons in that. And I don't learn like that either, so I hope everybody else puts out mistake videos. I'm going to do this handle too, and I mixed up too much tabletop. So now I need to make something else with this. Maybe I'll split it again and make some more of those flowers. I finished the keychains, you might have saw them already. All right, well, if it doesn't leak, it should be good. I'm just gonna keep popping bubbles. I've got, oh gosh, 20 milliliters left. So I think I will. I think I'm gonna color this a couple different colors and throw them in the mold like that again. See what happens. In the meantime, I'm gonna keep popping bubbles and hope my acetate doesn't melt. I don't want to spray alcohol on it because it might break the surface tension and run over, and then I'll have bigger issues. I figured I'd bring you back because if these come out really pretty, y'all are going to ask what I did to do it. So I put a little bit of pink mica powder in one, a little bit of white mica powder in one, and I kept some clear. So I'm just going to do basically the same thing I did on the other one. I'm going to squirt a little bit of alcohol in, pour a little pink, little clear, and a little white. And then let's put some more clear in, see if we can get a good reaction. I'm just kind of building the colors. I don't know what's going to happen. Hopefully we get a good result like the other ones. I don't even know if I have enough for another one, but we're going to try it. So this one, let's do the white. You spray it. There's a little bit of pink in there already. I better drop some pink in or that spot's going to look a little weird. White, clear, we'll do the pink. I figured flower, we should probably do pink. That's why I chose pink. And then a little bit of clear. I had enough to do 2 of them. Cool. I even have enough to top that one off. And that's it. It takes 10 milliliters each. All right, see you on Demold. These things are finally cured. Like, this is the longest video ever. I don't normally do 1-hour videos. Here they are. And they're not leaking and they cured. I do need to clean up the edge, which I'll probably do with UV resin. I'm just gonna have to do even more work here. But look at that. And you could see the gold dust. If you look at the lemon and the white sugar, you could see the gold dust flakes on there. They kind of settled on there, which is kind of cool. So, okay, good. These are almost done. Just need to do this. I'll show you like one section how I do it. I'll do the rest off camera. But I'm dying to see what these look like. Let's see what they look like. I hope they looked as pretty as the other ones. Yes! I like how they're combining. I forgot to show you the finished product. Here's the other ones I just made into keychains. I mean, no big deal, but I like the brown and the white better than the pink. I think it's like the opaqueness instead of the mica powders. I kind of like pigments in there. And then let's check this one. Oh, pretty. That one's got a lot of the sparkle in there from the white. Really, really cute. Kind of like, I like these little flowers with more than one color now. That's my new go-to for extras, I think, for a while. All right, so real quick, I'm going to get a glove on. Let me grab one. Sorry, I wasn't prepared. I'm going to use my high viscosity UV resin and a flashlight. I'm going to move these. I will grab a scribe. And what I'm going to do, I don't really need to sand or anything because the UV resin is quite thick. First, I'm going to take my alcohol and wash the edges so it doesn't repel. I just can't believe how long these are taking me. This is like ridiculously long. Now, you know, if you're watching me for an hour, this took me hours and hours and hours because of the editing that you don't see behind the scenes. So if you're going to do these, learn from all my mistakes. Don't make them. Just bypass my mistakes and move on to what works. All right. So because I want to be able to salvage these and get these into somebody's hands, I'm going to take my resin and make the edges pretty. I probably won't do this because of the curve, but I will do up under here and here, probably here. So I'm just going to take a line of UV resin, squish it down, and then use a scribe or a dotting tool, whatever you use, whatever you're comfortable with. And I'm just going to do this without getting it dripping over and cure it real quick. I'm going to do this on all the sides except that handle side. And that'll just clean it up a little bit. Now, if you do drip over the edge, make sure you wipe it off before you cure it, or it's going to be cured onto your top coat. Once I have all this pretty set, I'm going to go ahead and stick it in the big light. So I'm going to go ahead and do this, get them all done, and bring you back for the final scene. OMG, these are finally done. Wow, that was a challenge today. I just put UV resin on the backs of these and the magnet for each of those, so those are drying. And now I am comfortable. They look good. They don't look like I had any problems. So I just went along all these edges except for the handle. They all came out really good, shiny, secure. I feel very comfortable letting these go now. They shake. There's glitter in there. Oh, that one's stuck. There it goes. And the coffee beans can turn around, it looks like, so they can flip either way. There's enough room for them to go and upside down or right side up. And they're good. They're strong enough. So yeah, learn from my mistakes. Oh my gosh. Well, you should try it. I mean, you know what to do and not to do now. So yeah, sorry I took an entire hour of your life if you watched this whole video. Either way, I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to get some good pictures of these. I think I love my extras more than I love the actual main event today. All right, guys, I will see you tomorrow. You guys all have a blessed day. Bye, everyone.